Hello and welcome to the Crafty Accountant. I am Candy, and today I'm going to show you how I make Matchbook sticky notes. And these are for the mini sticky notes. This is a modified tutorial based on ones I've seen. The majority of the ones I've seen are all made with Velcro, which I have plenty with Velcro. I can show you how these look. They're adorable. I personally do not like the Velcro for several reasons. One, it adds too much bulk, in my opinion. The other thing is I am an accountant and I calculate the cost of everything. And these are great, I believe, because I'm doing a big craft show coming up, so I'll let you know how it works out. But I think these would be great to sell at a low price and to move them out. And as far as I'm concerned, even though the cost of the Velcro isn't that much, it just adds an unnecessary extra cost to me. So what I'm going to show you today is how I make these Matchbook sticky notes. And what I use to close them are punches. So I just use a punch and I glue it to the bottom, and then this piece here will just fold right in. I just leave a little extra piece and I decorate it all different kinds of ways. Here's another one. Let's pull that out and you can see that there. You may have to show people. I have them with my hearts. So here, we'll pull these out. And this is just a double heart, you can see. And you can see I just leave enough of a space to tuck it in. And it closes so nice and flat. There's no bulk. And the cost is reduced so much by just using your paper. I did mention in another video that I did run across problems with the sticky notes I was using. I got them off of Amazon and I did find that they were coming apart. So I would make these, I'd open it up and they would just fall apart. So what I did do is I got a paintbrush and Mod Podge, I'm probably saying it wrong and I can't find my bottle right now because I have a feeling my daughter was playing with it. But paint these, reinforce this, and this here is a stack that I had painted and reinforced, and after I do it, you can see this here, I rubber band them tightly to hold it so it stays on. So these are ready to go. They're ready to go into, when I cut the pattern, I can use those. But this here to me just seems much more efficient. It's neater, it's flatter, and it's cost effective. And I have fun using all of my die cut, or not my die cuts, my punches. And it's something I can do with my daughter, and I can let her sit and punch everything she wants. She can have fun decorating with me. So we'll put decorations all over all of these, and she could even do the reinforcement. I will warn you, don't do what I did. Sometimes I reinforced the wrong side, so neither side would open. So you want to keep an eye out for that. I have to recount these, but typically I put these in bags of 25 so that if I am at a craft show, I can put out a bag of 25. It's not overwhelming. I know what I sold, and when I'm ready to replenish, I just throw another bag in. Okay. This here, I keep a box of just little punches, and these might be ones that my daughter made or I made. Sometimes I have small scraps of paper, and before I throw it out, I just grab my punches, I punch out whatever I can, and then I just throw the rest away. So I already have some here, and I thought, because I do have a show coming up, and I have a bunch of these made, but I don't really have any Christmas ones. So I thought we would make some Christmas ones together. I'm not going to be making it from scraps. I'm going to make it from a 12 by 12 and cut it down. but this is a perfect thing to make with scraps that you have. So let's get started. I have, let's see, this is Holly Jolly paper. This did come from Ollie's, so I got some of these. And this is double-sided paper. So you can see there's stuff on both sides. I grabbed a sheet that I thought was pretty neutral because you want to watch also what direction things go in. You could, when it's directional, it may cause some issues, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the sheet. I'm going to make sure we are starting out. So this has a little circle in it. So let's see how this works. I'm going to cut these into 3 strips of 4 inches. So let's do that. 1, 2, and will we make it? Oh yes, we will. Perfect. 4 inches. Fabuloso. Here we go. So we've got this waist. I'm going to ditch this. I probably could cut some little things with it, but I'm just not doing that today. Okay. So now I've got my 3 strips of 4 inches, and then I'm going to cut it down from there. Let's see. We're cutting it down to 2 1/8. So let's go and cut this down. We'll just do a couple. I won't do them all. So I'll do, here we go, 2 1/8. Get that right. And we'll do a couple of these. Let's just have some fun. 2 1/8. Two, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be an extra strip, which we could use to punch something out with it. Okay, so I've got 5 of these. I'm going to leave this, and we do need to score these. So let me grab my scorer. Hang on a sec. Okay, and we are going to score these at 1 inch, and I have a note here. And then I'm going to scooch it, which means I'm going to move it over just a little bit, right? So it's not fully pushed up to the edge. And then I'm going to score at 1 1/4. I'm going to push it back, and I'm going to do 2 3/4. And then I'm going to scooch it again. And I literally have that written down there, scooch it. Just move it over a little bit and score at 3 inches. And this is going to fit the sticky notes that I will link for you. So let me do these, and probably what would be smarter is to just do the first score at 1 inch and 2 3/4, and then to scooch. Oops, don't want it too much. Not quite. I would say it's probably a 1/16 that you're scooching it, right? And then we're doing 1 1/4 and 3 inches. Right, and these will fit those. I'm just going to get these done real quick. Okay, so now we have these all scored. They're ready to go. Going to get rid of this. And let's fold all of this here. Just get these done. will fold and burnish all of them, and you'll see it makes it fit these little Post-its. You see, and they just kind of fold right there. Perfect. All right, we'll get all of these done. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is actually I want to round my corners. So let me get my rounding device. Hang on. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to now round all my corners. Let's get that done. Okay, let's get rid of all these little punches. So now these are ready to go, and you can use either side that you want to hold them. You'll see here, I'm just going to let's grab some of these that have green. Okay, so I have these here. And these, I did this probably a month or so ago. This is the brand Cozerite. It says sticky notes selling on Amazon. So they're fine and they're stuck together. It's just before I did this, they would just kind of peel off. But as you'll see here, this now fits perfectly in here. If you follow those directions, it's going to fit perfectly. And you'll see here, there's very little excess. So I try not to have a lot of waste on what I do. I try to check it. Now, you can use tape or glue, whichever you want. And I'm trying to remember how I did these because I did these months and months ago. But we'll get these put on. I'm gonna stick a bunch of these on. Probably use glue. Let's just glue this on. And actually I probably did use tape. Oh, let's see, we're gonna glue these right now. And you're just gonna put the glue on the back. Let's get this stuck on. I think I would, we'll try some with tape too. So this is just gonna stick on there perfectly. But wherever you put this, this is now going to be the top. So you could see here where the folds are, it just fits in just right. Put it almost up to the edge and stick it down and then press, and this should, yep, there we go. And I do this, yes, I press this down also, but somehow I just feel like really pressing it down helps. Okay, so now we've got this stuck in there, and now we can decorate. So let me go get some cool papers to decorate with. So let me show you this thing I keep of scraps, which my husband bought me these. They're these little plastic folders, and I have them jam full of scraps. And I have these, this is plain paper. I have another one that has pattern paper. For today, we're gonna use the plain paper. Because these are closures, you don't want to use really lightweight paper. You are much better with a heavier weight paper. So let me, here, I'm going to grab some, let's see, grab some green. Do I have some red in here? This red seems a little light, so I'm not going to pull it. Actually, brown wouldn't be bad. Some craft paper, that would work well. Because you could also, here, this is good to start with. You can also, with this, I've put, I hope I say this right, a ephemera on it, or stickers, or all other kinds of embellishments on it. You can even use something like this. I have a Christmas tree. I have so many of these stamps, but let's start with one that is super easy. So this stamp here, it's a tab, right? So here, this is good. I am just going to, and I don't go all the way down because it wastes half the paper, so I just do this closer to the bottom. So I'm actually going to do a few of these. Get that. Do a couple of those. Okay, so we have a few of these. I did that. I could maybe do a Christmas tree to embellish. I don't know if this is going to be too big. This is brand new. I was actually going to return it, and then my husband took it out of the packaging and decorated my daughter's lunch with it. So I said, I guess I'm keeping it. But yeah, actually this might work. Can I do it? This must be 110. Goodness gracious, that was not easy. We'll just do one for now. Okay, this is a cute, cute embellishment, right? That you could put on there. So I can go, oh my gosh, this will be adorable. Here we go. I'm going to put a little tree. Now I'm glad he kept this for me. I'm going to glue this on, right? Just get that. There we go. Oh, this is going to be so cute. And it fits this perfect. I'm going to stick that in the center. That's glue, so I could move this. Perfect. Okay, I'm just going to hold that on. And then, if you look here, right, you see, all right, so this isn't on there, but you see what this is. So we need to be able to give this room to stick. So I'm just going to glue this on the very bottom. So let me put glue right here. And you need this to stay on good. This can't come off, right? But you need just to leave that top. I'm going to do that. And we can see where this goes. I mean, I could even leave it open and just do that there. Look at that, how cute and perfect. I'm going to pull this out so it doesn't get stuck in there. But I'm going to press this down, right? You see that there? I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to get another one ready. Let's put this in. And for the sake of this now, since I don't have tape out, let's get this apart. Oh, okay. Make sure, flip these and make sure you didn't accidentally seal the whole thing shut before you put them in. Because you certainly don't want to have stuff at a craft show that somebody says, oh, I bought these, but they were sealed shut. All right, that would probably be very, very bad. Okay, so I've got this. Oops. Oh, and that's got a little star. I could add that somewhere too. Or I could do some punches with red paper. I'm going to stick this in again, and it fits in just right. Just press it down. See the lines? Fabulous. You can close it, make sure it closes right. Look at how perfect. This is such a perfect fit. It really is. Like, I changed and modified this so many times until it was exactly where I wanted it. Okay. Let's do a circle. Is the circle too big? I don't know. Let's see. Let's try it. Maybe it's yeah, this is too big, I think. Let's try this circle. This will probably be much better. And we are going to have to speed this video up because I have a little girl who's getting out of school that I need to go pick up. So you got that there, and I'm going to do another one of these. Too cute. And that was hard to punch, but let's see. Can I get it? Am I strong enough? Urgh. Why is this so hard? Oh man, that was not easy. Okay, so I'm going to glue this on, and maybe I'll do it a little lower so I can actually put the little star on there. Let's see. I'm just going to decorate. Yes, too cute. Let's grab this little star. Can I get that? Let's put a dab of glue on there. Okay, that's too much, but whatever. It'll dry clear. We'll get that on. Oh, look how cute. So stick that down. Again, that will dry clear. And I'm going to put this on here. And I'm going to just, this feels a little light to me in all honesty. So I'm going to do a second one. It needs to be strong enough that it's going to hold up to being open and closed. So I'm just going to glue this to the back of this just to reinforce it and make it a little stronger. If it doesn't feel strong enough for you, add something to it because it needs to be strong enough for you. I don't know why that one felt strong enough and this didn't. Maybe just because it was bigger. And now I'm just going to glue the bottom of this on. Here we go. Make sure that's right. Okay, so I'm just going to glue that on. Pull this out for now. Get that really held on there. You can have a field day with this. And then this is going to go right in there. Look how perfect. Look, look. This is just so perfect. So is this one. Have a ball with your scraps making these. If for some reason your glue went too far, you can use, oh, I don't have it here now. This is not the ideal way to do it, but I have a razor and just kind of run under it and open that up. I've had very few issues with these. Look, and it's perfect. It just fits so nice. Have a blast with this. Pull all your little punches and just have a blast. I make so many. These are new punches I got. I was going to try to use some of these today. I did get these at Ollie's. These were $1. So I'm going to try this with the little hands and the arrows. I think those will be fun to use. I haven't even opened these yet, but I think you could really do well with these at craft shows. And using this method instead of the Velcro is less expensive. It uses up waste and it closes so much nicer. It doesn't have the bulk. You're not going to be ripping it open. It's super easy to open and close. Just when you're showing people, just show them. Just take them and pull, right? And then just scooch it right back in. This one here, take it. Oh, must have had a little glue there. And make sure you check these before you sell them, right? Pull it out, and then it just goes right back in. Double check them that you didn't glue this shut when you were making it. You can pull it out and then just open it up a little bit and you should be fine. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial.